So the total amount of homework that I did was 1 hour and 34 minutes. And gosh dang it. Stuff. I did certain stuffs. Like I basically worked on homework until 10:30, and then I did certain stuffs in between then and now. There was stuffs like doing the dishes and eating lunch and also being stupid. Like after lunch, I basically just sat there and watched YouTube. And it's dumb. And then I finally now am doing a vlog. God. And the amount of progress I made in that hour and a half was not very much. I don't even have the document open. I was going to look at it to see how much progress I made, but really not that much. I basically didn't do anything. So I like wrote down the headings for the training plan, and I did made like a chart and whatnot, but God, I hate this assignment. And I don't know. I hate this assignment so much. I have to do this and then I have to do it again next week. Stop it. Stop. God, I hate this so much. Man, I hate this. Gosh dang, I hate this assignment. Man, I hate this. Dude, I don't want to do the next one. Oh man, there's no way of getting out of it. Like the only way is if I somehow did something in return. Like if I asked Jonathan, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. I don't know what I could possibly do. Like do one of his other homework assignments that's not a team activity? That would be weird. That'd be like cheating kind of. Man, I hate this. Dang it. You can probably tell I hate it considering the fact that I didn't work on it at all for since 10:30 this morning. Man, I hate this. It's 2:00. I have such a long period of time to work. You would think I'd be able to finish it. Man, man, this is killing me. It's not even that bad. I just have to look at the stinking sample. Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't know anything. So basically, I don't really know anything about how, like, making a training plan. So I have to go off of the sample. But the problem is you can't use you can't copy the sample word for word. So, God. Gosh, why can't I just make up stuff? Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares if it's actually realistic? Just make up random crap. Like, is he gonna give me a bad grade because I just, like, I made up a bunch of stuff? Like, Does it have to actually be like a good training plan? Just make up stuff. If you don't know what you're doing, just make it up. Who cares? I don't want to get a bad grade. I'm just afraid of I don't want to get a bad grade. I mean, if it was an individual assignment, maybe I wouldn't care that much. But this is a group assignment. I don't want Jonathan to his grade to suffer because I do terrible. So, God, man. Man, if there only there was some way for me to avoid the last one, which is a employee benefits plan thing. Maybe the benefits plan isn't as bad. No, it's probably still quite equally as bad. Man, we can make up all kinds of random benefits for the employee benefits plan. I mean, I don't think he would really care if we made up like really stupid stuff like the last thing we did was a recruitment plan. I kind of very, very closely followed the sample, but I made sure that every sentence I wrote was not a direct copy of the sample. I changed a bunch of different things like about it to make it different, and I tried to word everything differently, and it was just such a torturous process because it wasn't a real recruitment plan. It was just me making up stuff. It was just me like trying to copy the sample but doing it in a way that's not plagiarism. That was like the most. That's just so. And now I have to do the same thing except with the training plan, and it's kind of like half the work that I had to do last time because last time I had to do the whole assignment, whereas this time I'm only doing half of it, and still I hate it. I don't know anything about marketing specialists. I don't know anything about. God. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Is this training? It doesn't have to be. It could be any type of training program. This training program could be the training program for new hires, or it could be the training program for people who are already there, but they needed an additional training thing. I need to decide that. And I think I was going to just make it for new people. It's like the easier thing to do. Gosh. It's just easier. Stop. That was such a wonderful pizza that I had for lunch. And also, I found out that, well, my mom told me that they had already left, which meaning that my dad, Joyce, and Chloe already left Big Week. Big Week. That's what they call it. The family reunion, and they're like, well, the drive itself is like 5.5 hours, but they're probably going to stop a bunch of times along the way, so I don't know how long it'll take, but when was that? Like 10 something that I got that message? Yeah, I think it was like 10:45, thereabouts. So that means that they will be getting here, I mean, sometime after 4. Probably going to be later than that. It's going to be like 5. 4, 5, 6, something like that. They'll get back. Anyways, who cares? What? Oh yeah, and I did not mow the lawn. Man, I would do it right now, but I need to focus on this homework. I can't let anything else distract me. I'm sure my dad will be fine. I'll tell him I can mow it. Like, I can mow it tomorrow or something. It's perfectly fine. The grass barely even grew at all week, and it wasn't even that long because there was like no rain. Well, there was some rain yesterday, so now it's probably growing. But anyways, it's not like it got super overgrown. It's like kind of long, but it's not like super long. So I'll just tell him I'll mow it tomorrow instead because I need to do this homework. Unless I somehow miraculously finish this in like 2 hours. I'm considering 2 hours to be a miracle. Like, I already worked on it for quite a while. Well, not a while. I don't know how long did it take me to do the readings, and then how long did it take me. Who cares? I read for a little bit because I didn't have that much reading to do, and then started working on it, and then stuff came up at like 10:30, and I haven't done anything since then. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the quiz or test rather. It's called a quiz, but it's a test. It's really a test. I don't know why he calls it a quiz, but anyways, we'll see what happens. My only goal really is just to finish the assignment, and if I finish it and I have like 10 billion years of time left, then maybe I will do the test, because it's just sitting down and taking the test. It's not that bad. It's an open book test. It's 90 minutes long. I just gotta sit down and take it, and the time limit kind of is a motivating factor for me to just get it done as quickly as humanly possible. So usually tests go by quickly, obviously. And especially considering I basically did all of the readings that were required. I skipped the last 6 pages of the reading, but I don't think he wanted us to read that part, because like it wasn't even referenced in the list in like what we were supposed to read, and it wasn't referenced on the study guide for the test. So, but I did all of the other readings. So yeah. Gosh. Gosh dang. Ah, dang. I don't want to. I hate this assignment. Like, there are very few assignments that I would rather do. There are very few assignments that I hate more than this assignment. The presentation that we had earlier was worse because it was more work, and it was basically the same types of problems. Well, not the same types, but very similar. So the presentations was worse. Any research paper is worse mainly because of the fact that it's so much work to do a research paper, and it involves so much mental gymnastics because of not plagiarizing, and also trying to come up with main points and stuff. Trying to organize a paper and trying to write a paper it involves so much mental gymnastics that I just hate so much. This is kind of the same thing, but on a smaller scale, and we're given a lot more information to work with. Oh my gosh. I didn't really have to deal with this stuff last semester because I was being a terrible team member last semester. I was being I was like free loading or whatever it's called when you just sit there in the group and do nothing and they'll do all the work for you. It was like free writing. I don't know what it's called. Like for the first project, it was and guess what? These types of assignments were like one of the main reasons I dropped the class. They were stressing me out so much that I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm dropping the class. Now we're in a much different place than last semester. Last semester, my grade was 85%, and I was feeling very stressed out about all the assignments, and I was taking 4 other classes, and I dropped the class. This semester, I'm a little bit farther along in the course, and my grade's at 92%, and we have same types of assignments, but I'm dealing with it. Stop it. Stop. Okay. So how long am I going to procrastinate right now? I wish I could see the amount of time that is passed on this video. I'm going to put the cube on the side so that I can see it. It's actually 14 minutes that have passed in this video so far. Oh, man. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I folded my laundry. Why would I need to mention? I just wanted to list all the stuff I did in between 10:30 and now. And that was one of the things. Like, basically what happened was there was a thing that happened. Oh, dang. I looked at the clock and it was like 11, and I was like, and at that point I had known about my family coming back, and I was like, you know what, I want to eat lunch, but I'm too full from breakfast, so I want to wait till 12. But I don't want to do homework. I don't feel like doing homework because I have only 1 hour. So what I did was I did laundry and then did the dishes. How the heck did that take 1 hour? How did all that take 1 hour? It doesn't take an hour to do those 2 chores. I guess it does take an hour. I mean, the laundry only took like 10 minutes, and then how did the dishes take 50 minutes? That's not how long it takes to do dishes. It was a week's worth of dishes, but I didn't really make that many dishes because I was just by myself, and I didn't really make very many meals by myself, so it was just like I had like 5 bowls to wash. I had a bunch of like forks and spoons to wash, and then there was 2 containers that originally had fruit in them. And a few other things. And I also had to put away all the dishes that were stacked up on the drying rack before they left, that they had washed before. So I had to put those away. Then I had to wash all my dishes. So all of that added up took, it took 50 minutes. Are you kidding me, dude? Ugh. And then I had pizza. And then I came upstairs and sat down and procrastinated for another 2 hours, or maybe 1.5 hours. Whatever. I need to stop knocking the phone over. I think it might not be as stable sitting like this. No, I think the reason is because I just keep throwing this thing that I'm holding in my hands down on the bed, and then it's causing the phone to get knocked over. Man, this assignment sucks. Like, complaining about your homework the best way to deal with it, or is there a better way? Like, if I lean this more like this, is it gonna stay up? Nope, it's not. Maybe putting it on top of a textbook is a bad idea. Like, what's the best way to cope with homework that you hate? Is it to complain about it for like 20 minutes and then do it, or what's the alternative? Because probably it's like bad to like complain nonstop about stuff, but I cannot imagine myself like trying to fake being happy about doing homework. Like, man, I'm about to do some awesome, great homework. I'm gonna learn so much about stuff, and this is gonna be so useful for my future career. And I'm gonna, like, man, I'm gonna use this human resource stuff so much in the future. And even if I'm not, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna get smarter and learn a lot of stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna learn how to make a trading plan, except not really. All I'm doing is copying the sample. But why don't I just study this? Why do I have to make my own trading plan? Oh yeah. Like, it's a sample training plan. And now we have to make our own training plan. Well, how are we supposed to do that? We don't know anything about this stuff. We literally know nothing. I don't know what a training plan for a marketing specialist looks like. I don't know what a training plan well, I know what it looks like, I guess, because of the sample, but you expect me to make another training plan that's similar to this, but it's different? Oh wow, guess what? I was trying to be positive and then it turned into negative completely um unintentionally. Ooh, let's try to be positive again. Ooh, what's so great? What's the positive benefit of doing this training plan? It will help me to. It will help me to. Writing a training plan will help me because it will make me smarter somehow. That's like the only benefit. Because I'm not even going to do this at all in my future career whatsoever. Also, I might have to meet with my group. Oh no. When's our group meeting? Oh no. It's at 5 o'clock. Are you kidding me? No, I have to meet with my group in financial statement analysis to talk about our group project. Oh, come on. Not another distraction. You've got to be kidding me. Come on. Like, I know I should be done with the stinking assignment by then, but the fact that is just sitting there just makes me stressed out, and I have done literally nothing for our assignments. God. Man. I will become much smarter. Like, will I use the knowledge in this, doing this assignment for anything? I will be able to learn how to make a well thought out plan of something, and I will be overall have a higher IQ somehow. God. After this, experiencing this torture, but guess what? You're not supposed to be tortured by it. You're supposed to find a positive light and enjoy it. You're supposed to enjoy it on purpose. You have to sit down and say, I'm going to enjoy this assignment. I'm going to enjoy the challenge and the whatever it is of doing this assignment and getting it done and doing a good job. But no, that's not what's going to happen. I just want to get it over with. If I was to actually have that mindset, I would have to spend much longer on the assignment than I want to spend on it. The only thing I want to do is just sit down and get it done as quickly as possible, and then turn it in and make sure I get a decent grade on it, because my team member, if I didn't care about the grade, I would probably put much less effort in and just make sure it gets, like, you know, most of the points, as opposed to, like, well, I mean, nice. We have our stinking meeting at 5 o'clock today. It's 2:30. God, I only have 2.5 hours until a meeting. Gosh. Ah.